Hello and welcome back to PreciseAlgorithmTrading.com. It is Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. And I'm starting with a 15-minute chart over here on the right-hand side of NVIDIA because I think that's going to be the news story for tomorrow. It is up to 380 right now, and it closed the day at 301. So I don't know what that percentage is. At some point here, it was up 26% or something like that. Well, let's do it. So it's up 380 from, let's call it 301. So 80 points on, it's up in the neighborhood of 25% because 30 points would be 10%, 60 points would be 20%, uh, 90 points would be 30%. So we're getting up there. So, anyways, this is a big deal, which is good because the it's good news in the face of what was a pretty rough market in the last couple days. And I'm going to flip this back to a daily chart. Um, so these things on Thinkorswim are when earnings happen, and that's literally overnight, and you can actually see if you hover over it, $1.09 actual versus 60 cents estimated. So you can't really bank on earnings, at least nothing I've figured out, but you can use momentum to expect it to go in the direction that it was coming from, but every now and then they really surprise you and then they dump. So you just got to make sure you understand your risk if you're going to trade over earnings. And anyways, that's the news story of the night. I'm going to buzz through the markets real quick. The over here on the left-hand side, the S&P went down 0.79%. The Dow went down 0.77%. The Nasdaq went down 0.61% by the end of the day. So what's that look like? I am actually going to hit. Let's see. Let's see what the Russell looked like, just because it zeroes out. I don't know what time it does that, but it's got a late video going tonight, so apologize for that. That's why I'm going to buzz through it pretty quick here. But let's see. And it looks like it doesn't want to flip over to the futures easily on me. There we go. Got a nice performance problem detected. So the Russell, this is today's candle. The one I'm hovering over on the right hand side is I don't know what that looks like, but it's probably in the neighborhood of down by 1% or so. So, and then this is tomorrow's candle, and we're in a squeeze, and we still have positive momentum. So we have negative momentum on the weekly chart over here, and I think, yeah, that's the story. So let's go to the S&P 500. The S&P actually is throwing a new buy signal for tomorrow if this was to play out by the end of the day this way. Got a sell signal for today, and then that's throwing like we're going to get a reversal of that. It's got to actually play out that way for it to happen, because this is not a full candle until tomorrow when it gets finished. So then the Dow, it's down, and these things are actually looking like they're pushing a little farther down right now overnight, even though the real news story is this Nasdaq here. And it doesn't look big on this chart, but it's up 1.51% overnight, and that's I'm going to say it's because of the Nvidia story. It's probably just part of it, but and then the transports got hammered by 1.52% today. And oil went up today, like I think 2%, 1.5%. It's on a short-term buy signal, but wouldn't put a lot of stock in it until we get. Well, you could play this, except the weekly is not bullish. That's the problem. All right, and then I'm going to flip over to stockcharts.com. We're going to look under the hood, and we type in here bullish. For the bullish percent indexes, it gives us a nice list of them. By the way, you could type in $BPNYA and get everything you want about the NYA and do it individually, but I like the fact that you open these all up together. So here's what the Dow did. It did nothing. The NYA, it went down 2.48%. Transports did nothing. The NASDAQ, this one flipped up to a new column of X's 2 days ago. So, and then went down a little bit yesterday, and then we're down a little bit more today. So we're going to get this snapback, it looks like, tomorrow, and that's going to lead to, should lead to higher prices on this one. The S&P down by 4.87% today, so that's significant enough. Let's look at the OEX first, and it's down. It's 0, so it looks like it was moving down hard yesterday, while the major indexes were kind of going sideways, and now this one looks like it's stabilized for at least a day. And then the NDX, it's actually up by 1.54% today, so that's possibly where we're going. So, and then I'm going to finish with our automatic trading systems, which were not friendly today, but there's nothing wrong. This move here on the industrials looks an awful lot like some previous moves that were not friendly either. And then, it led to higher prices and new green dots. So, I mean, you have to endure this until I find a better system that always goes up. And I say that tongue in cheek because I don't think there is one, but in the longer term, this looks just fine. We are working on some more documentation, by the way, on how these work to try to help people get in, and with smaller accounts is probably one of our main focuses. So this is the Russell, and it also wasn't friendly today, but that's okay. We're really just recently off of new highs on our equity, and this is what it looks like on a 6-month basis. And this is the NASDAQ that was doing so great back during all of this, and now it's dumped on us for a little bit here, and it wasn't friendly today either. It'd be nice if we're finding a bottom here in this. A lot of times when these things happen, you can start to see them come like this, and then they can start resuming an uptrend. This is literally our equity, so it's not an actual stock chart. And then this is what it looks like on a 6-month basis. And that's what I got for you tonight. So hold on tight, and let's see what the markets do. Hopefully we get a rally here, and things start to resume again, and maybe they can find a answer to the debt ceiling issue. I'm sure they will, and we'll go from there. Take care, guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.